still sleep on your side of the bed, like you're coming home instead. Your shadow lives on my wall, even silence hears you call. Your jacket hangs by the door, like you'll need it once more. I talk to empty air at night, begging memories to lie. I replay every word you said, like they might change inside my head. If I rewind hard enough, maybe love won't give up. I wanna go back to yesterday, before your heart walked away, before your eyes stopped seeing me, before forever broke quietly. I trade all the strength I grew today, just to feel your arms stay. If time would bend, I'd find my way back to yesterday. Still shakes my breath like a secret I never left. I smile for the world outside, but I'm falling apart inside. I learned how to laugh again, but it sounds like it's pretend. Every step feels wrong and slow when the only place is where you were. I keep asking the dark at night, when did love lose the fight? Was it me or were we doomed long before we broke in two? I wanna go back to yesterday, when you still choose to stay, when us was something safe. Not a word I'm scared to say. To yesterday. I miss the girl I was with you. She believed love was true. She trusted every promise said. She didn't cry herself to bed. Now I hold again. Loving you taught me how to lose and live with truths I didn't choose. If loving you is my mistake, why does letting go still ache? I wanna go back to yesterday, when your hand was in mine, when love didn't feel like pain, when goodbye wasn't waiting in time. I'd give my tomorrow away, just to feel you say my name. If time would bend, I'd lose my way back to you. Turn and hearts don't stay, so I learned to live with yesterday. The streetlight hums like it knows my name. Same cold glow, nothing's changed. I walk where we used to run, two shadows now turned into one. The cafe's still closing late, still smells like August rain. I order coffee I don't drink, just to feel you sit with me. Every step I try to forget feels like it pulls me back again. Old roads, remember every tear, every laugh we left right here. Even when my heart pretends, those roads know how it ends. I moved on, or so I say, but my feet still find their way. No matter how far I go, old roads remember you. There's a crack in the sidewalk stone, right where you kissed me slow. I swear time just walked around that moment it couldn't drown. Your name's still in the air, like you never disappeared. I hear your voice in passing cars, like love still knows where we are. I built a life I try to stand in, but it keeps falling back to them. Old roads, remember every tear, every promise whispered near. Even when my heart defends, those roads know how it bends. I learned to smile, learned to cope, but the ground still knows my home. No matter how strong I grow, old roads remember you. I was younger when I believed love was something we wouldn't leave. Now I hold what's left of me and all the words you didn't keep. If loving you was my crime, why does the sentence last this long? I walk forward, but every sign still points me where we went wrong. I don't chase you anymore, but memory still does. Found lost, remember who I was before goodbye it came, because before I learned how to pretend that broken hearts don't bend. I'll keep walking, that is true, but every path leads back to you. No matter how far I roam, old roads remember home. So I walk on step by step with love I couldn't forget. Time may move, but I know old roads remember. It was warm, your hand in mine. We swore the stars would hold our time. Cicada sang, the world stood still. I loved you deeper than my will. Your laughter lived in firefly light. We stayed up chasing endless skies. I didn't know how fast love fades when you believe it's meant to stay. We said forever like a game. Now knowing words could break this way. Those summer nights still call my name when love was light and hearts were brave. Now every star just feels too far. Since you don't wish on me, I close my eyes, I'm back again. Your lips, your breath, my trembling hands. I give my life to feel it right. Just one of those summer nights. Your hoodie smells like yesterday. Salt in the air, your sweet escape. We drove with windows open wide. Dreams louder than the radio. You traced your fingers down my arm. Said don't be scared, this love is ours. I believed you without doubt. Now faith is something I live without. I try to sleep, but memory keeps pulling you back into me. Oh, summer nights still break my heart. We didn't know how endings start. Now every song just sounds like you, and I can't turn them off. I smile in rooms you'll never see, but every life feels incomplete. I give my life to feel it right. Just one of those summer nights. I miss the girl I was back then. She trusted love more than the end. She thought goodbye was just a word, not something short, not something learned. If I could stop somewhere we lay, counting stars that slipped away, I'd stay there young and unaware, still loving you like you were there. But you ever look at the sky and think of me that night? Those summer nights won't let me go. They burn like ghosts beneath my bones. I learned that warmth can turn to pain when seasons change too soon. I love again, or so they say, but part of me is frozen there, still holding on, still not alright. In those summer nights, the air is cold, the sky is not kind, but you still live in warmer times. I walk alone through colder light, missing those summer nights. were something soft and true. Before the silence grew, you said my name like it was home. Now I say it alone. We talked all night about forever, like time would always let us. I didn't know how fragile love could turn to almost us. I still hear you in every room, like leaving didn't end you. When we were laughing without fear, when love was close and endings weren't here. I didn't know how fast it breaks, or how long heartbreak stays. I'd give my now to go back then, to when you still reached for my hand. I miss the girl I was back then, when we were. Your shirt still smells like faded days, like warmth that couldn't stay. I learned to breathe without your chest, but not to hurt any less. You said it's not goodbye, just time, but time took more than mine. Every promise left a mark on this quiet, empty heart. I play your voice inside my head, like it might change what's already said. When we were dancing in the dark, believing love was more than hard. I didn't know how hope could ache, or how it learns to wait. I'd give my now to go back then, to when your eyes still wanted mine. I miss the girl I was back then, when we were. I miss the way I trusted you, miss believing dreams come true. Now I hold my heart like glass, scared of loving like the past. If loving you was meant to teach, why does the lesson cut so deep? I walk ahead, but every mile feels like goodbye in disguise. Do you ever miss who we were before the hurt learned how to hurt? When we were everything we had, before the good became the sad. I didn't know how love could fade, but leave the pain unchanged. I'll move on, or so I say, but part of me still lives that way. I miss the girl I was back then, when we were. Now we is just a word I hear in songs and dreams. And yesterday I learned who I am without you, but I miss who I was when we were. We were careless with our hearts, like they couldn't tear apart, laughing loud in borrowed time. Swore the world was always kind. Your hand fit mine so naturally, like fate had planned it quietly. I didn't know how fast we'd lose the innocence of loving you. We thought pain was far away, something older hearts would face. Our heavy flushed above you, promises we thought were true. I hear your name in empty rooms, like love still hasn't moved. I close my eyes, I'm 17, still believe in you and me. But time grew up and tore the proof. Now I'm haunted by echoes of youth. We wrote our names in fallen stars, said we'd never drift this far. You kissed my fears, said I'm right here. Now distance is all I hear. I learned how to be strong alone, but strength feels heavy, cold as stone. Every lesson love once gave cost the girl I couldn't save. I carry you in who I am, even though you let me stand alone. Now all that's left are echoes of you, late night calls and cheap perfume. Every street still leads to you, even though we're through. I close my eyes, I'm 17, still wearing hope like it won't bleed. But time grew up and stole the truth. Now I'm haunted by echoes of you. I miss the girl I used to be. She loved without protecting me. She trusted words, she trusted time. She thought love wouldn't say goodbye. If I could tell her one small thing, I'd say don't give you everything. But love was loud and youth was blind, and heartbreak came right on time. I didn't lose just you that day. I lost myself along the way. Now all that's left are echoes of you, warm September afternoons. Every dream we never outgrew, still whispering your truth. I'll love again, but not that way. Not as soft, not as is quiet, but it's loud with you. Every corner knows what we used to do. Your name is dust on my shelf of days. I never wiped it away. I wear your silence like a dress, fits too tight around my chest. I learned how to live in between what I lost and what could have been. I tell myself you're gone for good, but memory never understood. Moments still breathe when I close my eyes. Every laugh, every goodbye, even time can make them leave. Love like ours won't let me sleep. I moved on, so it seems, but I'm breaking quietly. You may be gone, but I believe moments still breathe. Your coffee mug is still by the sink, like you'll be back before I blink. I talk to you in half-awake dreams, where losing you isn't real to me. The world kept moving, so they say, but mine still stops in yesterday. I smile enough to look okay, but inside I don't move away. I learned to walk without your hand, but not to understand. Moments still breathe in empty rooms, in old songs and cheap perfume. Every word we didn't mean still finds its way to me. I've grown strong in broken seams, learned how not to let them see. You may be gone, but honestly, moments still breathe. I miss the girl I was back then. She loved you without knowing when. She didn't guard her heart so tight. She trusted love with all her life. If I could stay in my small place, I'd choose that night, that face, where love was warm and loss was far. Before goodbye, I learned who we are. I don't chase you anymore, but memory does. Moments still breathe in who I am, in every scar I couldn't plan. Even healing feels untrue when it learned your name from you. I love again, I know someday, but not like I love that way. You may be gone, but endlessly, moments still breathe. The house is quiet, but I see love never really left me. It changed its shape, it learned to leave, but moments still breathe. I miss the way my phone would light your name, my favorite sight. Back when waiting didn't hurt, back when love still felt like worth. I miss the sound of us at night, soft laughs, no need to hide. We didn't know how fast things end, we only knew about them. Now every how are you feels thin, like a memory dressed skin. I don't miss you the way I should. I miss then when love was good, when my heart was still my own, before I learned how to be alone. I miss the hope, the way I felt before the quiet light my name. It's not your arms I'm in again. I miss them. I miss believing words stay true, that people don't outgrow I love you. Back when goodbye was just a sound, not something that could break me down. I miss the girl I used to be. She trusted you so easily. Now I hold back, count my breath, like loving means to risk what's left. You left, but something stayed behind, the softer parts I can't rewind. I don't miss you the way I cry. I miss them before goodbye, when love was like not something I fear, when my smile didn't disappear. It's not your voice I'm calling when the nights feel cold and closing in. It's not you I'm holding then. I miss that. If time could fold like worn out sheets, I'd crawl back into you and me, not to change how things would end, just to feel who I was then. Loving you taught me how to lose, how to live with missing shoes. Now every almost feels right home, and the dumpy heart feels overgrown. I healed enough to say your name, but not enough to mean it's okay. I don't miss you like before. I miss then and so much more, when my heart didn't hesitate, before it learned to love again. I tell myself, but it won't feel the same inside. It's not you I can't forget. I miss them. You're not the pain I'm living in, you're just the door I walk through. When love was easy, time was kind, and I still believed in them. We laughed once, do you remember? Before the air turned thin, before your silence learned my name and pulled me slowly in. We talked like time was on our side, like love was always kind. I held your hand without a doubt, before I learned to hide. I didn't know how joy could fade, or how fast hearts could change. We laughed once, and now I cry at jokes that only we would find. Every smile danced in kitchens half asleep, no fear of what we'd lose. I never knew the safest place was something temporary too. I smile in pictures just in case someone asks me if I'm okay. We laughed once like nothing hurt, like our love was more than words. Now every sound just echoes you in everything I do. I don't miss the way you broke me or how you walked away. I miss the nights before I knew we laughed once. I miss the girl I used to be when loving didn't scare me. She gave her heart without defense. She trusted in the yes. If I could tell her anything, I'd say hold on a little less, because love doesn't always stay, even when it feels like home. Break, I still smile sometimes on reflex, then remember why I shouldn't. We laughed once and that's the truth. Before goodbye, learn how to bruise. Now joy feels like a photograph I'm scared to look at. I'll love again, or so they say, but softer how afraid, because I know how easily we laugh once. Time moves on and so do you, but sometimes out of nowhere I do too. And for a moment, just a trace, I hear us laugh, then it fades. We learn to breathe in borrowed time, on sidewalks cracked with hope and dust. Your jacket hanging off my shoulders, like you were sure we'd last. We talked about forever softly, like saying it too loud to break. Every laugh was stitched with silence, every promise learned to ache. You held my hand like you were leaving, even when you swore you'd stay. I felt the ending in your heartbeat long before you walked away. The streetlights know us better now than you ever did. They watched me love you honestly, they watched you slowly quit. I still stop where we used to stand at. You might cross my view. The streetlights know my broken heart, they still remember you. Your name still echoes in the corners of every night I can't outgrow. I hear it in the passing footsteps and strangers I don't know. I kept the parts you didn't want, all the love you couldn't hold. You left me full of unfinished songs and a future growing cold. You said I'd find someone much better, like love is something you replace. But every road just leads me back to the ghost of your face. The streetlights know us better now than you ever did. They saw me give you everything, they saw what you forbid. they still remember you. If love is just a season passing, why does winter feel like home? I keep waiting for your shadow on roads I walk alone. I'd forgive you if you asked me. That's the truth I try to hide. But you chose a life without me, and I stayed on this side. I don't miss the way you hurt me. I miss who I was with you. Before my heart learned silence, before goodbye felt true. The streetlights know us better now. They saw it all decay. They watched me break in pieces while you slowly slipped away. If you ever pass this corner and feel something you can't undo, that's my heart still calling out, and the streetlights remembering you. I walk on, but I look back sometimes, like love might change its mind. The streetlights fade behind me now, but they know what we left behind. Lying in a drawer never open, corners bent, the colors wearing thin. Every smile feels like a promise we never knew we wouldn't keep. Your arm around me in the sunlight, like the world was ours to hold. Now those moments feel like fiction, stories we were never told. I trace your face with broken fingers, trying not to feel the ache. Every picture says forever, every memory says too late. Faded photographs speak louder than your silence ever did. They tell me how you loved me once, then slowly disappeared. I hold them like they're breathing, like you might hear me too. Faded photographs speak the truth of how I lost you. There's a picture where I'm laughing before I learned to fake a smile, before goodbye was in your eyes, before we ran out of time. I still wear the shirt you love me in, like it might bring you back. But love doesn't rewind itself, it just learns how to crack. You said we'd always stay the same, like people never change. But love grew quiet in your heart while mine stayed wide awake. Faded photographs speak louder than your silence ever did. They show me all the moments where I gave and you just hid. close the drawer, but not the past. Some love just never sleeps. Faded photographs don't fade at all. They just learn how to speak. We carved our names into the sidewalk with borrowed keys and shaking hands, like love was something permanent, like it would always stand. You laughed and said this is forever. I smiled like I believed it too, but even then the wind was waiting to erase the truth. You held my face like it was fragile, like you knew you'd let it go. I felt the ending in your silence long before you let me know. Our names in dust, they didn't last. The moment the weather changed, I stayed and watched them disappear. You walked away the same. I still trace where we once mattered, like love might leave a scar. Our names in dust were all we were, and now that's all we are. I kept the space you used to fill, like emptiness could learn your shape. Every night feels like a question. I'm too tired to escape. You said we just grew different ways, like love just quietly expires, but mine still burns in memory, while yours learn cobble-eyed. You stopped saying my name out loud, like it hurt to hear it breathe. I said it in my prayers at night, begging you to see. Our names in dust, they didn't last. The moment the rain came down, you never turned around to look. I never made a sound. I still walk past the place we stood, like time might stop its march. Our names in dust were all we were, a promise left unmarked. If love was real, why did it fade so easy, soft and slow? I would have fought the whole damn world. You barely fought the door. I'd give you back your freedom now, if it would give me peace. For loving you was everything, and leaving you was grief. I don't miss who you became, I miss who you were with me. Before goodbye, learned how to sound like something meant to be. Our names in dust, the wind remembers, even if you don't. It carried all my hopes away. You said you never meant to. If you ever feel a hollow ache, where love once left a mark, that's us erased by time and sea. Our names in dust. I don't write your name anymore, but my heart still knows the shape. Some love isn't meant to last, it's meant to leave a trace. shadows where your footsteps were. Your coffee cup still on the table, like you might still return. I stood there counting empty hours, trying not to break apart. Every room kept asking questions, every silence knew your heart. You said goodbye like it was nothing, like love could just unlearn. I held the truth between my hands and felt my whole world burn. You moved on into someone new. I stayed where we used to be. You carried life into tomorrow. I was left in memory. I still wear the days we promised, like they're all I have to hold. You lived your life in color. I was left in memory, cold. Your laughter lives in broken echoes, in places I can't escape. Every song we used to love still knows the shape of your name. I try to learn how not to miss you, but missing you learned me. Every road I walk alone now feels like where we should be. You said I'd thank you in the future for letting us fall apart, but all I learned is how to breathe with pieces of my heart. You moved on into someone new. I stayed where we used to be. You held my hand like I once did. I was left in memory. I keep replaying every word, like answers might unfold. You lived your life in color. I was left in memory, cold. If love was real, why did it fade? So quiet, I didn't see. I would have stayed through anything. You couldn't stay with me. I don't hate you for choosing joy, I just wish you chose us too. Now happiness feels like a language I only spoke with you. I don't miss the way you hurt me, I miss the way you tried before forever turned into a reason why we died. You moved on into someone new. I stayed where we began. You built a life I'll never know. I just don't understand. If you ever think of who I was when love was young and bold, just know you left me breathing here, but living in the old. I'll pack away what's left of us, but some things never leave. You took the future with you and left me in memory. We talked about the life we lived like it was already ours. Late night plans and whispered hopes written under falling stars. You said my name spoke out loud was fragile as a stone. I didn't know that promises could fade without a sound. You let tomorrow slip away while I was holding on. I'm living on dreams from before, when love was still alive, when every Sunday it felt so close we could almost touch their life. You woke up and let them go like they were never true. I'm still dreaming dreams from before, and waking up without you. Your side of the bed stays colder in the nights I spend awake. I reach for things that aren't there now, habits I can't break. I pass the places we once chose for a future we'd become. They're just buildings and empty streets now that you're gone. You said we'd grow, not grow apart, but time had different plans. You let go with open hands, I held on till they bled. I'm living on dreams from before, when love still knew my name, when every look you gave to me felt honest, warm and safe. You learned how to forget us, like forgetting was easy to do. I'm still dreaming dreams from before, and waking up without you. If I could step back into one night, I'd ask you to stay and try. I'd tell you love is fragile, but it's worth the fight. Now the future feels like fiction, written by someone new. Every dream I had with you never learned how to come true. I don't miss the ending itself, I miss what we believed before the world grew heavy, before you stopped choosing me. I'm living on dreams from before, when hope was something real, when love didn't hurt this much, and don't that it wasn't how it feels. If you ever think of who I was back when we still knew, just know I'm still here holding on to dreams I dreamed with you. The morning comes, I close my eyes, pretend I don't feel sore. I fall asleep in yesterday with dreams from before. We stayed up talking past midnight, like sleep was something we could steal. Every minute felt so endless, every word felt painfully real. You traced circles on my shoulder, like you were learning how to stay. But even then I felt the clock pulling you away. You said, just give give it time, my love, like time was on our side. But I was spending every second while you let hours die. Those lost hours still find me when the world goes quiet and slow. I gave you my whole forever. You only gave me we'll see and hope. I was counting dreams and heartbeats. You were counting ways to leave. Those lost hours took my youth away and left the rest of me. I waited through your silence, called them space, called them care. I learned how to read your distance, like love was something to prepare. Your smile started looking borrowed, like it belonged to someone else. I stayed and blamed my reflection when you stopped being yourself. You promised me you were trying, but trying never showed. I held on through the empty nights while you let go. Those lost hours still haunt me like ghosts that know my name. I built a life around your absence. You walked away unchanged. I was saving every memory. You were already free. Those lost hours took my heart apart and left a shell of me. If love is measured in patience, I gave you everything I had. I turned my pain into excuses, made loneliness sound less sad. I don't regret loving you deeply. I regret waiting so long for someone who was halfway gone while I was holding on. I don't miss the way you hurt me. I miss the girl I used to be before waiting became my language and silence learned to speak. Those lost hours still follow me through every sleepless night. I stayed hoping you would come back home. You stayed hoping I'd be alright. If you ever think of what we were and feel a moment of regret, just know I gave you all my time. That's the part I can't forget. The clock keeps ticking without us now, like we were never here. But those lost hours live inside my chest every single year. I stayed awake with all the lights low, phone face down beside my bed. Every sound felt like your footsteps, every silence what you said. I replay the last I love you, like it might still mean the same. But the night kept getting colder and you never came. You said you need needed time to breathe. I gave you space to leave. I called it love, I called it patience. You called it nothing to keep. Those nights I missed to finding me when sleep won't let me go. I waited for you endlessly while you were letting go. I gave my heart to empty hours, hoping you'd choose this too. Those nights I missed were loving you alone. Without you, I learned your patterns in the dark, which nights you'd fade away. I made excuses for your distance so love could stay. I stopped asking where you were, stopped asking how you felt. I was breaking quietly, you were somewhere else. You said I worried way too much, like there was something wrong. But love doesn't feel this lonely when it's dry. Those nights I missed to haunt my sleep like dreams that don't come true. I built my life around your absence, you never knew. I talked to walls and empty rooms like they were you. Those nights I missed were giving love that never made it through. If I had known the cost of staying, I still might have stayed the same. Because loving you felt worth it, even with the pain. I don't regret the nights I cried, or waiting by the door. I regret believing someday meant you'd want me more. I don't miss the way you hurt me, I miss the way I hoped before the dark felt permanent, before I let go. Those nights I missed a part of me, they live beneath my skin. I loved you in the quiet dark, you never let me in. If you ever lie awake alone and feel what I went through, just know I gave you all my nights, I just never had you. The sun comes up, I close my eyes, pretend I don't feel blue. But every night I still remember the nights I missed with you. We used to laugh into the evenings, like the dark was scared of us. Your hands were always finding mine, like they knew where home was. Now the house feels full of echoes, every clock is breathing loud. I still sleep on your side of the bed, like you're just not around. You said nothing had gone wrong, that we were just growing apart. But love doesn't leave this empty space without breaking a heart. Time stormed from everything, from your touch, from my name. We went from holding on so tight to barely feeling the same. I tried to keep the fire alive, you let it turn to blue. Time stole from us that night and took you too. I kept wearing your old sweater, like it still remembered me. I memorized your fading habits, called it intimacy. You stopped looking when I spoke, like my words had lost their sound. I was freezing right beside you while you were still around. You said love shouldn't feel so hard, like effort was a flaw. But I would have fought the winter if you'd fought at all. Time stole from everything, from our jokes, from our plans. You used to hold me like I mattered. Now I slip through your hands. I beg the night to change its mind, to bring back what we knew. Time stole from us that night and took you too. If love fades quietly with seasons, why does it hurt this loud? I would have stayed through every storm you left when skies were calm. I don't hate you for the leaving, I hate how slow it came. Watching someone stop loving you feels worse than walking away. I don't miss the way you hurt me, I miss the heat we shared. Before my heart learned winter, before you stopped caring. Time stole from everything, but left me with the cold. I'm holding on to what we were while you're already old. If you ever feel that chill again and wonder what you lost, that was me still loving you at the cost. The fire's out, the ashes stay, like love that couldn't prove. Time stole from us, my love, and left me burning too. We fit like silence after laughter, like breathing didn't need a sound. Every street felt like a promise, every moment felt profound. You knew my fears before I said them, I knew yours before you'd cry. We built a home inside each other and never asked it why. You said nothing lasts forever. you already knew. I held on to every second, still believing in us two. I'm standing where we belong, but you're not here with me. The love we made feels homeless now, no place it gets to be. You walked away so easily, like home was something new. I'm lost inside the life we had, still standing where we belong to. Your voice still lives in quiet corners of rooms I can't outrun. Every plan we never finished feels heavier than done. You stopped reaching for my hand like it burned to hold it tight. I was fighting for the daylight, you were done with the night. You said we needed different things, like love had lost its use. I would've changed the world for you. You just chose something new. I'm standing where we belong, with memories on repeat. Every step without you feels like walking on defeat. I keep hoping time will circle back and bring me back to you. I'm lost inside the life we had, still standing where we belong to. If love is more than staying close, why does leaving hurt this deep? I give you every part of me you couldn't even keep. I don't hate you for the ending, I hate how it began. You slowly stopped choosing me and called it who you are. I don't miss the way you hurt me, I miss the place we were before goodbye learned how to sound like something we deserved. I'm standing where we belong, but home is just a word. The walls still know our laughter, but they never heard goodbye. If you ever feel like something's missing in the life you chose without me, that was us, that was love, that was where we belonged to. I'll move on, part of me will always wander through the place we built from love and deep, where we belonged, me and you. I remember us in quiet moments when the world felt far away. Your head resting on my shoulder, like you planned to always stay. We laughed like time was harmless, like hearts don't ever rest. Every dream felt so unbreakable. I remember us. You said love will keep us steady, no matter how we change. But something slipped between the promises and never said its name. I remember us before the silence, before the goodbyes grew, before loving you became something I had to learn to lose. You're moving on like it was nothing, like we were never enough. But I'm still here holding everything. I remember. I remember late night conversations, talking just to hear you breathe. All the plans we never finished, all the things we'd never be. Your smile still finds me in strangers, your voice in songs I trust. Every place feels slightly empty now, 'cause I remember us. You stopped saying my name out loud, like it hurt to let it stay. I said it in my prayers at night, begging you not to fade. I remember us before the distance, before love turned unsure, before I started feeling lonely while standing right next to you. You learned how to forget so easy, like memory doesn't cut. But I'm still here holding everything. I remember us. If love was only meant for moments, why does it feel this deep? I would have stayed through every season you couldn't even keep. I don't hate you for the leaving, I hate how slow it came. Watching someone stop loving you is its own kind of pain. I don't miss the end in itself, I miss who I was then, before my heart learned how to break and call it win. I remember us when hope was honest, when forever felt real, when loving you didn't hurt this much, and goodbye wasn't how it feels. If you ever look back wondering what love once meant to you, just know it still lives inside my heart. I remember us. Time moves on, but part of me still stays where we began. Some love doesn't need to survive to prove it mattered then. Your hoodie's hanging on my door, like you're just running late. It smells like you and yesterday and all the love we wasted. I'd hurt when the nights get long and sleep won't come at all. It's funny how a piece of you can make me feel so small. You said you'd come back for your things, but never came back for me. I kept what you left behind, like proof you used to be. Your hoodie still knows my name, even miss the way you stayed before your love grew distant, before you slipped away. Your hoodie still knows my name. It's all I have tonight. I wear it like a memory. I wear it like a fight. If you ever wonder what you lost or why I couldn't move, just know I'm still here, holding on to something once called you. One day I'll fold it up in here, let yesterday be still, but tonight I need the comfort of your hoodie still. The room is quiet, but it's screaming. Every wall knows what we were. I hear you laugh in empty spaces, like it's still looking for me. The clock keeps time like it's accusing. Every second feels too loud. I try to leave the past behind me, but it won't leave me now. You said the past is just a lesson, something meant to disappear. But love doesn't fade so easily when it was this sincere. The past echoes every time I try to close my eyes. Your voice comes back in broken lines, disguised as lullabies. You're moving on like silence heals, like memory won't fight. But the past echoes in my heart every lonely night. I pass the places we once trusted, they still whisper your name. Every promise feels unfinished, every love feels half the same. I see your face in passing strangers, in reflections I avoid. I'm haunted by the girl I was before you broke the noise. You said I thank you when it's over for setting both of us free. But freedom feels like emptiness when you took all of me. The past echoes every time I try to sleep alone. just replay the past they couldn't say.